Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the round 2 here at the eSeniors. We're at Group 1. The fastest boys are going to be riding on tonight here in Oulton Park. And you might see something different today. We don't have any webcams today. We have the main priority, which is Ukraine. We send love to every single one of their citizens, and we're praying for everything to stay well and for no one to be hurt. We are going to do a parade lap in just a few moments, but before we do that, I would like to introduce the man that is going to be commentating with me tonight, Mr. Don Queen. Mr. Queen,
good
evening. How we
Glad
doing?
to be here. Glad to join you again. Yeah, we did a parade lap before the Group 2 race yesterday, and we're going to be doing the same thing today. So any of the seniors that are watching that are non-Group 1 racers, you still have time if you want to join the server. Hop in the Discord, go to the pre-race meeting. You'll get the password. You're more than welcome to join and parade around in solidarity for Ukraine. And then just leave before the qualifying starts and join us back here on the stream.
Well, he said it best, so if you want to join, please do so. You are accepted to join for the parade lap. And before we hop into such lap, we're going to check the schedule. We're right now in round 2. We had Laguna Seca 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was last week. It was the other one. And let me tell you, it was a messy race. But
well, luckily this week we're at a track that's known for the ability to pass. Oh, wait a second. That's wrong. We're at Oulton.
That's actually
yeah, it's gonna be interesting because very much like Laguna Seca, also a track that's very hard to pass at. Oulton Park is kind of like Laguna Seca, just bumpy. You know, just throw in some extra bumps and it's about the same. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the Group 1 guys tackle this course today.
Most definitely. We're going to go now check the standings. There you have them in your screens right now. It is Andrea Cayola leading from Wood, Bourne, Byrd, Van der Voort for the top 5. And then there you have Mr. Eklund, Rogers, Hawkbird, etc. You have all the drivers there on your screens. And something I want to keep in mind with all of you. We do not have live stewarding today again, so obviously every single incident will be watched closely.
But, yeah, in the drivers' meeting, it was made quite clear that under normal circumstances, we've grown accustomed to any race incident happening on lap 1 is automatically reviewed. Today's Group 1 race, it doesn't matter what lap. All incidents will be reviewed by the stewards after the race is concluded.
Yes, indeed. And, well, we can talk a little bit about the track. What we're going to do is we're going to jump right into action. We're going to see some of the cars training. And then we're going to hop right into the parade lap. As you can see right now, we're still in practice, even though you see qualifying.
We got a little pre-qualifying going on, but there's some really fast times being thrown up here. We've got 3 guys currently in the 133s. Mr. Holtz, Mr. Cayola, and Mr. Wood have all dipped into the 133s, and then a good number of cars that are in the 134s as well too, which is kind of what we were expecting.
Yeah, man, but it's again a super tight grid because it's 23 people, and the maximum difference is 1.8, which is absolutely out of this world. How tight this grid is going to be. But first, we're going to check the chat while the guys are getting ready. There we see Peter David. Welcome to the stream, of course. Darren Newton, Kai Schaffer, my man Kai. And Andreas Peterson, hello to every single one of you. Oh, Jesus Christ, what did we just see here? I want to check really that. That is Jonathan Wood going for a little bit of lawn mowing.
Yeah.
And
Johnny went a little wide there and came back on, and then they both zigged and zagged together, and had a little schmozzle there going into the last corner.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Watching, but only 8 likes. Come on, guys. Yes, indeed. Come on. Give us some likes.
I'm guilty.
I don't like that. 19
I've
people
got
ready.
the screen. I've got the stream open myself, so I can keep an eye on the chat. And I'm guilty. I have not
Well,
smashed the like. So, by all means, smash the like and ring that bell.
Oh yeah, we are gonna jump into everyone preparing for the parade lap. Any reason why no live stewards in today? To be honest, I really do not know. All I can tell you at the moment is that it's gonna be Mark Pocock as leading the way for the parade lap. And once we go for it, we're gonna leave the national anthem of Ukraine playing, and then we'll jump right into qualifying. You can see everyone is getting ready to get out. Mark Pocock, as we said, he's going to be the man leading it all.
Everybody's leaving the pit road now. They're going to make one full lap, and they're going to line up similar to like an F1 style standing start on the main straightaway, 2 by 2, and then they're going to do a slow parade lap around the track and bring it back into the pits before we reset the server to start the official qualifying session.
Yes, indeed. So we're just going to wait while going straight. Oh my God, what has happened here? Don't tell me he had the same issues with the screen. I heard him have some
Mr. Pocock said his screen went blank and then came back on, but he had driven off course, so it looks like his car just reacted as somebody who had lost all visual input and through that chicane there. Yeah, he might be having a connection issue.
He's moving.
Something definitely going on with the screen, because the game's still running, but his visual input from his computer is not making it to his screen there, so that's going to make it tough.
Indeed, we'll see if he can get this fixed. He's already back on track, so we'll see. Please let us know that the video is okay, the audio as well, and we're getting closer to start this parade lap. Thank you very much to every single one of you for being here with us tonight. Mr. Ross will join us in the commentary booth once the lap is done. So,
unfortunately, Mark was supposed to lead the parade lap, and that's going to be hard to do without a screen. So it looks like Jonathan might
be the one.
Might take over the duties, and as he was in on it yesterday, so he'll know what to do.
Well, gentlemen, what we're gonna do is the following. Oh God, why is the helicopter doing this? Can I get a good... Oh, there you go. That's fantastic. Gentlemen, we are gonna shut up. We're gonna play the anthem. We're gonna let everyone get ready. We'll talk to you all in just a tiny bit. Stay strong, Ukraine. We love you. that, ladies and gentlemen, conclude the parade lap. Thank you very much to every single one of the drivers who have participated in the lap. As we previously said, we love you, Ukraine. Stay strong. We'll all make it out of it. We're really
Beautiful display, but
yeah,
it is now showtime. This is official. So
now we're talking real business here, because we are in live qualifying now. So let's go right at it. Let's see what these gentlemen can do now. The rest of the drivers who don't belong to Group 1 will leave the session.
Yeah, they will leave. Did you catch the parade?
absolutely, it was beautiful, Jeremy.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
Hey, Don, how are you, man?
Good, sir.
Good.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And it was nice to see we had somebody posted today that yesterday's video was shouted out on Twitter by a YouTube streamer with like 60,000 followers or something.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
very nice.
Awesome,
very nice.
Awesome. I believe we were the first to do this because now all the other leagues are doing that. But I believe we got a jump start yesterday.
All
by
the Johnny
doing
come latelys are piling onto the bandwagon. I see.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to.
Man, I think we're gonna have an outstanding race today.
I sure hope so. Absolutely.
I believe it's gonna be something really special.
Indeed. I want to ask again, because some people were saying that there was a little bit of stuttering. Is it fixed now? Please let us know. Welcome, Mary Michelle, David, to the stream. See there, Mr.
Yeah,
Willie.
welcome everyone.
We got a lot of people joining now. That is great to see. We're already 25 people on the stream. That is great. Thank you very much to every single one of you. Hopefully those numbers will come up. I want to see.
Yeah, you know, I have to mention one thing. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but Mark Pocock is having issues.
Yes,
His
we were
monitor.
talking about it.
We saw it on the
his monitor. Yeah, his
We're gonna
monitor.
keep an eye on him because
that's
it's happened twice already today.
Exactly.
Sounds like he's got a loose connection somewhere between the PC and the monitor. That's
something is happening.
something.
But,
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's gonna be an epic fight at the front, and I believe Paul is gonna be between Jonathan, Andrea, and Danny Holtz. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be very, very tight there.
It's gonna be tight indeed, no doubt at all. Mary Michelle is Pierre's daughter. Oh, okay. Welcome. It's nice to see. I've messaged Dave Cam in relation to his tweet and invited him to race with us. He got back saying later on he will be eligible due to his age. Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's nice to see. His smooth but
Wow.
with micro starters.
Very nice.
Okay,
Awesome news.
We're gonna do something. Please, pardon me for this. We are gonna fix this quickly here on the video. I really don't know why. It should be fixed now, so please let us know if the stuttering is gone. It seems gone, but one thing that is gone too is Cayola, because as men is already flying. That's gonna be a 34-2 for the first qualifying lap.
Yeah, 34-1 by Jonathan Wood. We got
It's
some
gonna
lines
top
being
it.
drawn in the sand here.
Oh yeah, man.
Early on.
Incredible.
They're
Hello,
not messing
Dimitri.
around. 34-1 and a 34-2 for their first
And
laps out.
We're gonna see 33s for sure, because Jonathan Wood is already 3/10 up.
Oh yeah, the pole is gonna be in the 133s. I believe there would be 2, 3, 4 drivers in the. I believe we're gonna see about maybe 10 to 15 drivers in the same second.
Yeah.
Even more, let me tell you.
Yes.
I want to check on this man too, because we saw him on pre-qualifying flying. It's Danny Holtz. I want to see what this man can bring to the table. This lap is not going to be very good. He made a mistake, but here he goes for a flying one. Hello, all old people and young ones too. Thank you for remembering me, Petri. I love you, my friend. Welcome everyone to the stream. Welcome, Mark Stephens. And, we were talking about it already. 34 lows from these gentlemen. Ooh, we see there that the tires in the middle of the track. Hopefully someone will be able to take them out. But, guys.
They won't last long.
Wood is pushing like a maniac. He's a couple tenths up, maybe. We can already see a 33. We'll see. 10 minutes remaining of qualifying. Everyone looking real good, but the difference is massive. Of course, with so many cars on track, it's tough to find the right spot to do your qualifying lap. Wood is going to cross the finish line. What is it going to be? Is it going to be 33 at the end? It is a 34.2, so no improvement. We're going to go now with a Branko Vestak. There you have him. He's improved by 4/10, so he will put himself in the 34 lows. And gentlemen, I want to talk about this. We saw a very messy Laguna Seca race. What is going to happen today? What do you think?
Yeah, well, that's the big question. Yesterday, Group 2 had a fairly clean race and very few incidents. Group 3 was more eventful, but very entertaining race because we saw the lead change about 3 to 4 times. So what I believe is going to be very intense today. I believe there will be incidents as well because of the very close gaps in the times, and yeah, we have to expect a lot of events today. I believe there will be incidents.
And what do you think, Mr. Queen? What do you think
Yeah,
can happen?
I'm hoping they bring some more patience with them than they did 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'd be interested to see how some of these cars fares. Like I know, like 2 weeks ago, Danny wasn't able to get a qualifying lap in and started dead last and finished in the top 15. I know he's looking to start at the sharper end of the field today than he did 2 weeks ago. So I'd like to see how he does from the front.
Yeah, the danger here is the first lap because everyone knows gaining a position it will be difficult to pass. So that's what worries me is who is gonna concede and who won't, and what's gonna happen, is the question. So here,
to some extent, it's not even the whole first lap. It's by the time you get through the 2 chicanes, you're in single file, and unless the car in front of you makes a mistake, for the most part, that's how you've shaken out, and it's going to go from there.
That's right.
Well, what I can tell you is that Mr. Wood has already put himself on the 33s. No one has been able to contest it yet. Maybe this man will do something about it. He's 8/10 up. What is it going to be at the end? Whoa,
yeah,
34.
I believe Jonathan is definitely a big favorite today in this race. Everyone is mentioning his name. Even Andrea Caiola mentioned his name before. Yeah. So he's definitely one of the fastest on the track. Let's see now what happens during these 45 minutes, because he did mention that in the last 10-15 minutes of the race the tires start going. So it's gonna be very intense. It's gonna be very intense racing.
Indeed, I cannot wait for that first lap. Here we see the comparison laps between Wood and Holtz. We're gonna go now on board with Mr. Craig Holmes. There we have his P15 at the moment, 34.8. Now we're seeing the grid. They're starting to pack up. 15 people close to the second, so that is nice to see. There we see Andy in the chat, of course. We already 30 people. Come on, guys, share the link with your family, with your friends. Give us some likes and ring that bell, baby. We want to make this big. Of course, we are here in support of Ukraine. That's why we also have the flag. We had the parade lap, and I will continue supporting them. Craig Holmes just crossed the finish line. Unfortunately, wasn't able to improve. So we're gonna go now with David Gerard, who finds himself in P12. The 34.6 was his fastest lap time. Let's see if we can make something about it, because it's looking very dangerous right now. 5/10 up and still going. Please let me know if now the stuttering has gone, and if not, we'll try to do something about this, because I really don't understand. Because some people see it, some people don't. So it confuses me. Hi, David! David is going to go out of the track. Unfortunately, he was doing an incredible lap.
Oh,
That's
no.
unfortunate right there. Johnson is going to cross the finish line. That is a 34.1. That launches him into P2. And no starting here, so that is very weird indeed. Mr. Queen, I want to ask you something. We were talking about Jonathan Wood.
Yes.
We're talking that he has won constructors races. we said many things. This could be his moment to actually win a race officially.
This could be, yes. He has still not won a Sunday Group 1 championship GT3
That's
race.
right. That's right.
He's won in the fun races between the seasons. He's won in other GT championships. I don't know if he's won a GT4 race or not, but I know he's won in the Constructors Cup, in the Lamborghini, and a couple of other races as well too.
Yeah.
But not a points-paying official, Group 1 Sunday afternoon points-paying race.
I believe he's going to be very nervous today. I know he's been chasing that, and he has a real chance to accomplish that today. So let's see what happens.
Well, being friends with Jonathan and having the ability to break his chops a little, I had planned all week on, even if he won, pointing out that it was still not an official Sunday race because it was going to be 2 sprint races. But since you're going to one race, then it's definitely on the table. So can't take that away from him.
That's right.
Well,
but he's got to do it first.
Let me tell you, like what we've seen so far in this qualifying session is that he can go way faster than what he is at the moment. But he's not being able to hook up the clean laps. Because I've already seen his optimal is a 33.4. But unfortunately,
John Saunders in a Ferrari just went second.
Yeah, we saw the 34.1.
And just threw his name into the ring here. So
yeah.
And Ponov just put himself in P8 now. And what I was saying, that a lot of guys have really good optimals, but they're not being able to finish the lap cleanly. And that is something that we also have to worry about, because the drive-thrus here are an easy catch. So we'll see how drivers keep it on the line to not get.
And we were getting
warnings.
a number of those in the 30-minute races when we were doing the sprint races earlier this week. So I would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 cars get dinged and have a drive-through at some point today, just for off-track excursions.
Yeah, that could be a high probability there. You're absolutely right about that.
And
I'm still surprised we only have 1 car in the 33s at this point.
Actually, you're right about that. I believe there's lots of cars on the track, and maybe they're trying a little too hard.
19 cars within 1 second of Jonathan.
That's right.
He's the only one that's in the 33s. He's got a little over a 3/10 gap back to second place.
That's what I wanted to point out. 29 people in only 2 seconds. Incredible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We still have 2 minutes to go, so a few surprises can emerge here.
Yeah, to be honest, the qualifying is so important in here, and also the qualifying is such a difficult session, because with this many cars, all you can do is pray to get the right spot where you're not going to find traffic in front. And that is really, really hard to do. A lot of calculating for the drivers, thankfully.
Yeah.
We're seeing that
a lot your line is the one that goes at the start.
Yeah.
And things work out. And you're not caught in somebody else's mistake early.
Dave Thompson here, we see him right now. He's on P10, just jumped up with a 34.4. Good lap from Mr. Thompson. And we have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. I see 30 people on the stream. Those are a great number. Thank you very much to every single one of you for being here with us. Come on, guys. Share that link with everybody. I want to see records being broken, because this is going to be a fun one. Jonathan Wood still in the lead, not being challenged at all. We've seen a couple of drivers getting closer to those times, but unfortunately they haven't been able to put the clean lap in. So this will be the last lap for most of the drivers on track. Wood is feeling quite confident.
Yeah, there's only like 2 drivers in the whole rundown that 1/10 wouldn't make a huge improvement in a starting spot.
Absolutely.
It's so tight.
It is.
It's 20
and that's
people.
what worries me. I believe this first lap is gonna be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and it does make sense. We see Branko Bezjak is going to jump into P2. Second man to hit the 33.
Nice. Mr. Gerard just up into third as well.
Yes, P3. Yes, awesome. Incredible.
And yeah, I really want to, yeah, what I was saying is actually it. For example, Mr. Chris Bourne, as Kai Schaffer points out, he's P18. We know this man knows, and he has a lot of pace, but of course, with so much traffic, it's impossible.
We're not misreading his car number, 118. He's starting 18th. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, but you know what? I mean, you know the space on the circuit map. You have huge gaps. Once again, I think some drivers
from turn 1 all the way to the hairpin right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
there
gentlemen,
are gaps. You can find them.
This is the end of qualifying. We only have one man trying his best, but this is going to be it. David Noble's going to roll down now. So these are the starting positions for the evening. It's going to be Jonathan Wood setting the pace, taking a pole position. We're going to jump into the qualifying session in just a few seconds, and then we're going to do what you know I love. It's a grid walk. Guys, we have a long race in front of us. The tires are going to suffer a lot, especially at the end of the race. Do you think that Wood can make this happen, or is the pressure going to get to him?
Yeah, I believe he can make it happen. I believe he can make if he survives that first lap and the first 10-15 minutes of the race and maintains a good pace. I believe he can pull it off.
I'll make a prediction. He will not lead the first lap.
Okay.
That's interesting.
And Jonathan will be probably one of the first ones to admit this. So I don't think I'm talking out of school. Jonathan is a great racer, and he's a great qualifier. He is not one of the best starters of a race.
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah. And I don't know about Mr. How do you say? I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it? Bezjak. But when it was like, if it was Andrea or maybe John Saunders, somebody I'm more familiar with was on the outside of them, I would say they are more than likely going to lead the first lap than Jonathan will.
Well, we're going to go right into the grid walk. We have Jonathan Wood with that pole position. Is going to be Branko Bezjak starting side by side with him. Then David Gerard and John Saunders on the second line. Kayola and Terry Howard on 5th and 6th. Then Mark Christopher and Danny Holtz, P7, P8 respectively. Van der Voort and Eklund finish up the top 10. Rich Barnum on P11. Mr. Dave Thompson, who got a great qualifying start, was on P12. Then Derek Byrd and Craig Holmes. Of course, Frank Roder and Terry Trowbridge are there. Just behind Mr. Hogbert and Mark Pocock. The camera is jumping today. Doesn't want to help me at all. Then, of course, Chris Bourne, the magician. Then, of course, Race Wiggin. Then Jones and McFarlane. Then we have, of course, Mr. Vesting and Chris Baker, Christopher Hjort, and Tony Witten. And for the finishing position, Steve Howells, David Noble, and Roman Mark. What the hell is happening with the camera today?
Yeah, that's it's very weird to see Roman Mark that far in the back. I don't even know if he got a quali lap.
Well, I don't know. It has been really tough to put those times in, but now there's nothing you can do. So now it's time to make a good comeback. Welcome, Nikos, to the stream.
Hello, Nikos.
35 people, and my God, let's do this. The eSeniors GT3 World Championship, the finest of them all, here are going to battle in Outland Park. Round 2, 15 seconds remaining for the start. And gentlemen, always remember, we're doing this also to support Ukraine. So big love to all of them. We wish them the best. And guys, it's time to rock and roll. Here we go. The engines are going to start. Jonathan Wood is going to be the man setting the pace. So there he goes. Do not worry, I know that you might find a little difficult to differentiate who is who on track. I will try to do my best.
Well, I think Jonathan has an advantage being on the inside. It's a good place to start.
Indeed, I think Wood could keep this. He's the one setting the pace, so he shouldn't have too many issues holding that P1. But gentlemen, we are gonna go live in just a few seconds. The green lights are gonna come out right now, and Jonathan Wood is gonna hit the pedal to the metal. And here we go, green lights are out, and Jonathan Wood starts the race very well, keeping the inside line. Close the door there for Mr. Beshak, who also got a great line. Good lord, look at how many cars are fighting in the beginning. A little bit of contact between Van der Voort and Mr. Mark Christopher. They're gonna go side by side. Van der Voort is gonna go back. He doesn't want any fighting happening here. We have a little bit of an incident in the front. That is the middle of the pack. That was the J. Jones and Reese Wiggin. Oh my lord, 3 wide. Jesus in the heavens above. That is a little dangerous, but one way or another, they're gonna keep it coming. Side by side through turn 4 we go. Roman Mark is going to be able to hold it together, hold it still. Jay Jones is going to try to make the move. Side by side still. Roman Mark is going to make contact. And let's see who's going to hold the position. It looks like Roman Mark has this done. We're going to go now in the front because you can see the gaps are already massive. John Saunders right now has lost P4 to Andrea Caiola with a great start so far from the Italian. Let's go on board with him because look at that. He's catching David Gerard rapidly. Let's see what Caiola can do. I want to check some of the other flights on track, but a very clean first lap, at least way better than what we saw in Laguna Seca, so that is an improvement indeed. Now things are going to start to calm down a little bit, but we're going to go now with P13 is Derek Byrd. Look at that train of cars in front. Of course, all of them.
Beautiful first lap. Really very impressed, very impressive, and it was about time Group 1 displayed their skills, and here they did. It's amazing, they're all within a half a second from each other. It's going to be very intense.
And Jonathan made a liar out of me by leading the first lap.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Branko Benchak is not even,
You know, the advantage he had, it was on the inside, and that was a good advantage he had. The only thing is that Branko is really staying up close to him, so he will be applying pressure. Now
Jonathan has a tendency to lay back a little bit on the starts and not get the most aggressive start. And
you're right.
He was right up on the wheel and right on it and got a great start today. So that's all.
We are seeing the gap starting to opening a little more in this first lap. There you see now we're on the second, and Reese Wiggin now with a good exit. He might have a shot at Tony Winton. We'll see if he'll make it happen. The gap's already opening up in the front. A second between all of the cars from P1 to P6. Oh, the tires are already flying. It was bound to happen, so I'm sure someone will take them out.
They don't last long.
Yeah, they don't.
Same thing with the poles.
Oh yeah, be
They're
sure
gone
of that.
Within one lap. Yeah.
Be sure of that. Right now, we're here with Jeffrey Van der Voort. Let's see what the man can do. He's fighting with Mark Christopher, who's holding his P8 as tight as he can. Welcome, Oli, to the stream. Nice to see you here. Nice lap 1. Oh yeah, it has been pretty nice. We're gonna go now a little on the back because Greg Holmes is looking real close to Derek Byrd. Let's see the exit from the drivers. Good save from Greg Holmes. Lord Almighty, that was close to going to the wall. Is Mr. Queen commentating? Oh, you are right, he is. Mr. Queen, take it over.
Hey, Nikos. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Nikos.
You gotta love Nikos, yeah. One of the he's the designer of most liveries you always see here
That's
on the
right.
eSeniors. He does a great job, eh?
He is Michelangelo.
I have the dreams. He just makes them come to life. That's all.
That's it. Man, those cars are so close. It's beautiful to watch.
Indeed, look at Caiola, eh? Like Caiola looks so fast here with the race pace. He's already 3/10 behind David Gerard. David Gerard, who has been one of the most stable drivers of the championship so far. We've only had one race, but still, this man has proven time and time again that his consistency is top notch.
Absolutely.
Every time. There we see Terry Howard. Is he gonna try the move? He's not. He's gonna keep it patient. Thank the Lord above. He didn't go for the move there. There you have Derek Byrd, who's gonna go into the last corner. Very tight there between himself and Great Holmes. But everything is gonna stay alive. And there you have Jay Jones is fighting with Roman Mark. Roman Mark, unfortunately, gonna get a bad exit. Here you see him, Mark now chasing Christopher Gerard. He has retaken the position from Jay Jones. Let's see what he can do. Richard Weskin has now traded positions with Mark Pocock, and Pocock is going to try to hold it. My God, really tight. You can see there Weskin had to slow down. If not, he was going to eat the back of Mr. Pocock's car. And McFarland is behind the two drivers. He's just keeping it safe, keeping it calm. He knows if one of these two make the mistake, they are done for. Weird to see.
Oh, there was a touch
that
there.
was close. That was a little bit of contact. We're going to go now with Mr. P6, Mr. Terry Howard. Hi all, how's the race been? Very, very clean indeed so far. But my God, the fighting is hard but clean. This is what we wanted, and these guys are delivering everywhere, all around the board. The gaps are still quite close. Nice to see, but
it's
also,
like a high-speed parade lap. Everybody's going at the same speed.
Absolutely.
And nobody's overdriving the corners. Nobody's overdriving their cars. Everybody's looking out for each other. Very clean, very respectful.
Oh, Kayola and Andrea passed David Gerard and is now P3.
Yeah, Kayola has passed indeed.
Yep.
And now it's time for him to catch Gerard. We're gonna see a lap comparison. There you see, it's quite similar. So it's just Kayola being the faster.
Kayola is really coming strong on Branco right now.
Oh yeah, and also Jeffrey Van der Moort. He's on P9 still, but seriously, this man's pace is being really good. Hopefully, we'll see him fight with Christopher. But the big fights are happening in the back. Look at Chris Bourne. He's already P17, 2 positions gained. Let's see if we can get a third one on the board. Very aggressive, the British driver. Patience, patience, patience. That's what they all need. And they are doing so. Seriously, top-notch driving from every single one of the drivers so far. 37 and 40 seconds remaining. Nice to see that everyone is still on track. We still have 29 cars racing it hard here in Oulton Park. There you see Chris Bourne showing the nose, trying to put the pressure, but it's not going to work out just yet. And what I wanted to talk to you about is that Mr. Merch Bonhoff, look at how much speed this man is carrying. We saw him last time. This man is a flying bullet. Let's see if he can start gaining some positions, because we know his pace is good. But this time around, it looks like he's being a little slowed down by Lars Eklund. So we'll see who's going to be the faster of the two. Right now it's Terry Howard with the fastest lap off the track. It's the 34.8. Great job from Mr. Howard, who's getting real good pace. Wood already a second and a half ahead of Branko Pesjak. So very comfortable lead for Mr. Wood. We have Terry Howard out of the truck. I think he hit the wall. Let's take a look at that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, too much curve.
Back.
Too much curve. And a big hit on the wall. That's not good. That right-left part of the track, the car, sorry, is going to be heavily damaged. Now finds himself.
He joined safely, came back on in 9th, and is back up to speed. Tend to be breaking up a little bit into little wads of 3 and 4 cars that are in little racing pods, so to speak, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, there you see him. He has dropped to P9, and now is Lars Eklund looking.
Yeah, he's dropped back into this little pack with Mr. Parnoff and Lars and Howard and Vandervoort that were all racing together, and he's kind of inserted himself in the middle of it.
Yeah, but you need to keep in mind, he was one of the fastest pace-wise.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going to happen anymore because he's finding himself in a big group of cars.
See if he didn't seem to get too much damage. He doesn't have a very floppy bonnet or anything, and the steering seems to be straight, so seems like no harm, no foul on that.
Maybe it was a little bit of neckhood from the side of the spectator view, but hey, if he doesn't have that much damage, better for him. All I can tell you is that one way or another, he finds himself in the middle of a pack, so that's definitely going to slow him down. Here we see Rickard Vesting getting close to Reese Wiggin. They're both fighting for P20. Howard again out. And again, the same curb. It's the same curb again. Where Mr. Howard is going to lose it. He's just going too aggressive on it. We also have Dave Thompson, who has jumped to the back. Let's see if I can catch him. And let's see if I can take a look at what happened. Yeah, he lost it on the left-hander. Good. And the rejoin. He's going to wait it out. That's very nice from Mr. Thompson. Keep it clean first and foremost. He's going to go back to P20, unfortunately, because he was doing well side by side now. Himself and Ian McFarland, who's going to have the position. It looks like McFarland has it on the pocket because he has the inside. He's going to also break later. So move has been completed. Good move from McFarland. And now we're going to go with Mr. Chris Bourne. We were talking about him. Really weird to see him that much of the back. He started P19. Now finds himself in a fight with Terry Trowbridge.
Oh, and car sideways.
Yeah, car sideways. That is Dave Thompson again. That is Dave Thompson again. We're going to check a replay of that.
No.
Oh, he went into...
Oof. Yeah.
Thank the Lord, this man at least is clean. He's holding the car still. He's on the pits.
Looks like everybody got by.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
At least he kept it clean.
He's teleported back to the pit.
Yeah, yeah.
That car is not going to feel any good. Chris Bourne still trying to catch Terry Trowbridge. You see the big pile of cars. We're going to go now with Lars Eckton. He's P9. And he seems like he's catching Jeffrey Bundle more. Which is why a tiny notch. I want to go now with Mr. Andrea Cayola. There you see him already. 0.6 of a second between himself and David Gerard, who is P3 at the moment. Let's see what the Italian can do. But so far, so good. You see 75 lows.
And John Saunders managed to put the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, he's bringing it back together. That's good to see. We're going to go now.
The race is still young. I mean, you know, things are settling down, but the gap between the cars is increasing slightly. They were half a second away. Now some are 1.5, 3 seconds.
Yeah, but we had a couple cars go off, and that kind of spaced everybody out a little bit.
That's right.
So we're kind of stretched out a little bit here right now.
Yeah.
But,
and of course, welcome PWS.
Mr. Martin just went off.
We need to
lost a couple of positions.
We need to talk about this, of course, because we haven't mentioned enough. Of course, our sponsors here, Sendeo, Aqua Green, and of course PWS. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to thank them all for supporting the eSeniors. Of course,
absolutely.
Precious watchers on the stream. Thank you very much for being here with us. And it's really appreciated to see you here, and we really thank you for supporting the eSeniors. We are on board with Reese Wiggin, who has already gained P19, and now looks forward to Terry Howard. We're going to go back with Cayola, because look at how close this man is to David Gerard. They're going to go side by side. Is he going to hold it? No, he's going to keep it. There you go. See, this is what you call smart. This is smart driving from Andrea Cayola. Instead of holding the outside line there for the whole chicane, he's going to drop back. He knows this is not the moment to make the move, because if it did, and if it ended wrong, that was Saunders already in. This is smart thinking, and this is the definition of a smart driving. Well done from Cayola.
It was a good move by Mr. Gerard as well, too, to take the defensive line, knowing it's really hard to pass on this track at all, more or less on the outside going through a chicane.
Absolutely.
Indeed, great job there from everybody so far. 30 minutes remaining of this race. Trowbridge on P14. Let's see if we can get close to the front row. There you see it. Oh, a little bit of a slide. Too much curve there for Mr. Trowbridge. But thankfully, he's going to hold it in place. Now, here we see Mark Christopher, the PWS team, trying to hold Jeffrey Van Voort behind. The fight for P7 still goes on as we hit the 30-minute mark. Looking real good. And the gaps are starting to open. We're going to leave Mr. Jonathan Wood on the shot. As we take a look at the track map, there you see that the gaps are starting to open up, especially on the back. But still, the pace is quite similar for most of the drivers, so that is good news indeed. No doubt at all. Wood with a
still have some little groups of cars that are all similarly paced, that are just battling amongst themselves, and can't really make a move on each other unless one of them makes a mistake in front of them, because they're all going within about the same tempo of one another.
I checked it. Yes, it's Ajay Jones.
Oh
no! That was a big hit. Thankfully, he had to cut the chicane there. Went a little too wide again. That is some damage done for sure. Fortunately, he couldn't save it, but at least it wasn't a direct hit. There you see the two men behind is Chris Baker and David Noble. We're going to go now on board with Derek Byrd. There you see him. He's catching Merch Warnock, who has jumped on P10. Thanks to Terry Howard losing the car. Most of the drivers have gained a position. And here we go. Another lap goes by. Jonathan Wood still in the lead. Branko Bezjak with a very consistent and nice race on P2. David Guerra on P3. Who has already made a second gap to Andrea Cayola. We'll see if he can hold it. And then Saunders on P5. Derek Byrd with a very good exit from there. Let's see if he's going to try something out. I think he should be keeping it safe. Maybe he's going to try on the hairpin. He has the speed. Is he going to go for the outside line? No, he's not. He's going to keep it calm. And now, because of the ongoing fighting, Craig Holmes and Frank Ruder have caught up to the pack.
Got a nice little wad of cars right here battling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to see the discipline today and the patience. It's really nice to watch.
There's just something about getting that top 10. You know, being that 11th, being that 10th spot.
Oh! Big plow! Oh my lord! 4 or 5 cars having to go out. Got a little bit of a notch in front as well. Good lord, we're gonna take a replay of that.
That's gonna shuffle the deck.
Chris Bourne, 5 or 6 cars moving out of the way because they couldn't do anything about it. Woof! Dios mío. That could have ended really badly if they both stood on track. Oh my God! Yeah. Thank the Lord, everyone could have.
Craig dropped all the way down to 19th.
Yeah. What could have you done? The stewards will review this for sure. El Tocino Rápido, bienvenido al canal. Welcome to the channel. Nice to see you here, my friend. Sorry, I know he speaks Spanish, so I had to.
You can.
I had to show off, eh? Terry Howard. On P17, he has lost 11 positions. We saw him making a couple of mistakes. Now, Chris Hjord getting real close to Tony Whitten. It's a shame the pack ended like that. But thankfully, nearly everyone has come out alive. Just the 2 cars who made contact were the ones who dropped to the back. And we're going to go with Derek Byrd. Again, really close to Merch Warnock. He's looking strong. Take a look at the last 3 laps. There you see the time and difference. Seriously, Mr. Byrd is looking quite fast. But again, this is something we mentioned before. You need to be 2 seconds faster minimum to make a move and hold it. Because if not, you're just going to lose it like that. We have right now here Mark Pocock defending from Mr. Mikael Hochberg. Finish man.
Yeah, we got a whole gaggle of cars here from about 13th to 17th that kind of got wadded up together with that turn in the chicane, and they're all battling it out. But again, all similarly paced, and can't really make a move on the car in front of them.
Oh yeah, and guys, I just noticed 45 people on the stream.
Very
My
nice.
God.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Those are some
Very
nice numbers. Thank you very much to every single one of you.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Smash
Oh,
that
yeah.
like button.
Oh yeah, smash it all. 7th last lap, fastest of the race. Indeed, Cayola is putting up some bangers now. He's actually getting quite close to David Gerard. There he's seen.
They're starting to lose contact with the top two.
Yes,
David's
there's a
driving a little
small gap.
defensive,
Yes.
and that slows them both down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They see lap differences, of course. With Cayola saying the fastest lap time is going to be a little faster. Hit the line.
Ooh, and Branko
Oy.
just lost his braking point there, and Jonathan is going to be able to open the gap.
Yep.
Yeah, here you have now a little fight on the back. It's McFarlane getting closer to Terry Howard, but the gap is still there. Go Wood, great pace. Seriously, this man is flying. Still on P1, 2 seconds and a half of a gap. But Cayola is really looking promising for a podium.
Yes, Cayola is probably going to do his move in the next couple of laps. He's getting closer and closer. He has the fastest lap of the race so far. So he is on the offensive here.
Yeah, he might be on the offensive, but again, this track is not easy for overtaking.
No, it's not.
And David Gerard is a very good defensive driver. We've seen it throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
And we haven't moved on because Mr. Pocock has lost the position for a second.
He just went off the track and lost the
look at that.
position. He's about to lose the second one.
Oh, he's going to lose it. Another one to Mikael Hochberg.
Yep.
But hopefully he's going to hold it together.
He went a little wide in the last corner and lost 2 positions.
And look at this, Terry Howard now might have a chance, might have a shot at Mr. Pocock. I don't think the move will be done here, but we'll see. Here we go now through the left-hander. Everyone keeping super tight to the line, but no moves to be seen just yet. Cayola dropped back again. The gap. So we're gonna stick with this fight. That is composed by none other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. The man leading that pack is Mr. Trowbridge.
All right there together, yeah.
Trowbridge has gained a little bit of a gap, so that's good to see. And let's see what Pocock can do. Let's see if we can bring it back together. You see Mikael Hochberg making a mistake. It's going to be slowed through the section, but no way Pocock can put the car in. So he has to get a better exit now. Good entry from both of them. Good exit as well. No move to be done just yet. We're going to go now with Roland Mark. We were talking about him before. This man is really fast. This time around, things are not working for him. He's P23. He has gained 7 positions, yes.
Yeah.
One way or the other. So Mark struggling this time around here in Oulton Park.
See, it's interesting to see. Branko just made up a half a second in the last lap. So it's very interesting. I wonder if he's playing a wait and see game. It's difficult. The only thing you can notice is that halfway through the race, he maintains his gap with Jonathan.
Yep.
Indeed. Yeah, that's something very interesting because maybe he's saving the tires for the last 20 minutes where maybe...
That's... Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see the last 15 minutes with the tire situation. Who's got tires left and who's used their stuff up.
Yeah.
Who's the leader of the championship right now? Well,
Crayola.
there you have it.
Yeah.
Cayola is going to drop back. But, again, I think if he gets the P2, he should be...
If he finishes P2 and Jonathan wins, then they'll be tied because Jonathan was P2 last week.
That is
97 each.
On turn 1. So, for now, it's Cayola leading from Wood. So
I'm watching this little gaggle of cars in the middle, and Holmes just got by McFarlane. he over-braked himself going into one of the chicanes and went off, and Holmes
And look
got
at this,
by,
eh?
so.
Rhys Wiggin with a lot of overspeed is going to make the move. No problems at all on Terry Trowbridge. My God, that was a rocket right there. And now Michael Hopper could have a shot at Mr. Trowbridge himself. There we see in the back is Terry Howard and Mark Polka are going to go right at it. Oh, look at that. Cheeky from Mr. Howard showing the nose, showing that he might have gotten in. Now through the hairpin we go. Really tight from these three drivers of Polka, Howard, and Holmes. A little bit of English trio. We'll see who's going to come out the victor of this, but we need to go to the front because Cayola now again has caught up to Gerard. But,
absolutely, Andrea is applying serious pressure right now.
But God, Gerard, seriously, eh? Wow.
Mm.
What a defensive driver. What an incredible race this man is doing. So far, 10 out of 10. That was a little bit of a slow exit though. Let's see what Cayola can do. We're going to go now through turn 1. Another lap goes by. These gentlemen are going to keep it as tight as they can. Of course, Gerard wants to open the gap, but he's not being able to do so. Now the gap's opening up a little bit. Here we see them all go through turn 3. And let's see if Cayola can have a shot at him. We go through the left-hander, the very quick left-hander. And we've seen a lot of people make mistakes here because it's easy to make the car snap and just go fly. So now that we're getting into the later stages of the race, guys, the tires are going to start to suffer. It's 28 degrees, so it's not super hot, but one way or the other, the degradation is there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think these people are going to be able to manage the suffering of the tires?
Well, Mr. Bijak took a half a second out of Jonathan, and Jonathan must have taken notice because he took a second back.
That's right. That's
definitely
right.
got some tires left at the front. We'll see if they still got them behind them. But he just took 2 tenths back. So they're playing a little cat and mouse here still. So I don't think anybody has really shown their entire hand yet.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I believe actually P3 and P4 are gaining, and it looks now like Branko is having some issues. Maybe pushed a little too hard. Difficult to know.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Saunders and Mr. Holtz back there in 5th and 6th haven't just been biding their time for the first half of the race, and they're going to turn it on here pretty soon.
That could be.
Yeah. You need to think
Very
about
good
it this
P7, very nice P7 from Mark Christopher there. I think he's having a very good race.
Indeed, the Britishman doing incredible. He's still fighting with Van der Voort, but Van der Voort is not being able to make the move. It's something I wanted to point out is something that you said. Vesjak now is going to find himself with David Guerra and Andrea Cayola catching up.
Exactly.
And think about this. Maybe Guerra and Cayola, instead of fighting, they just want to help each other to catch Mr. Vesjak, and then they will fight it out. For now, that is working because already the gap is 1.3. They are really closing in on Mr. Vesjak. There you can see in the shot there are 3 cars. Maybe this time my dad could win the championship even if he switched from Aston to McLaren. We'll see, Alessandro.
And
we'll see if the Italian stallion can make it happen. But for now, he did an incredible race in Laguna Seca. For now, good performance here. P4, he's looking really comfortable. And if they are able to catch Branko Vesjak, it's going to be a very intense fight for P2. And not going to lie, that is what Jonathan Wood is praying for.
yeah, that's playing right into Jonathan's hand. That's perfect. The more they start scrambling behind him, the further he's going to pull away from him.
That's right.
Indeed.
Yeah, right now I think he has a very comfortable lead.
He's turned it up. He's coming back.
Yeah. Well, is it him who's turning it up, or is it Jonathan who missed?
It's hard to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it is difficult to say.
Because one of them takes a bite and the other one takes the bite back. And
Exactly.
like I said, it's very little cat and mouse here.
That's right.
Jonathan will have a faster lap, then Mr. Paycheck will have a little bit of faster lap. So
Yeah.
this is definitely not settled.
No, it's not. And Jonathan has Branko in his mirrors, and Branko is looking at the back of his car. So Yeah, it's with 15 minutes to go, everything's still wide open. But it looks good for Jonathan, I have to admit. It looks very good. He's been in control since the beginning of the race. And I do believe he can carry that on to the finish line.
Indeed. Right now, Wood is finding himself in the best position possible. Even though Bechuk is starting to catch in already 1.8 seconds. So, we'll see. Yola now a second and behind David Gerard. David Gerard is still keeping that 1.5 second gap. And we're going to check the chat a little bit. Martin Bailey. My experience yesterday was tires went off a bit mid-race and seemed to come back towards the end. Well,
yeah, I just saw that. He said that, they went off and then they kind of like got better towards the end again. Maybe the tire pressures came back or even back out or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Killer curbs, I agree. The curbs are, they can cost you everything. We're right now with Derek Byrd. Already gained 2 positions and is looking forward for a third one because...
Mr. Pajak just disconnected because he just flew off into space.
No.
He did?
No, we still see him on track. Maybe that's...
or I did. I
POV might be. Mr. Pajak is still on track, or as we see. So,
you know what? That might have been my connection to the game because everybody is off track.
Well, not gonna lie. This has been happening for the last weeks. I don't know why. Some issues...
I'm going to reconnect.
That's true. My dad said he experienced the same thing. Okay.
Now I was riding along with him, watching Jonathan ahead, kind of gauging the gap, and he just like flew off, like he disconnected. But then I noticed that none of the dots for the cars were on the track; they were all everywhere. So yeah, I guess I got disconnected there.
Oh, no problem at all, my friend.
I'm back. There we go.
That's it. Now the gaps again are opening. And Kayola, Gerard, and Betchak are looking comfortable with their respective gaps. Kayola now is catching back up again because Gerard made a little bit of a mistake. We go now.
John Saunders is right there as well too.
Yes, he is.
And Holmes and Christopher are not being able to keep up. So this could be a very good fight. We have an incident here. Yeah. We're gonna take a good replay of that. What has happened? It was Craig Holmes. If I'm not mistaken, Terry Howard. 2 of the gentlemen we've seen had incidents so far. We're gonna check them here. They're gonna go into the back straight, and I'm guessing it's gonna be the chicane where the incident happened. Let's take a look. Oh God, that is some late braking there. From Terry Howard.
Yeah, that was not good at all.
That's a big shunt. Craig Holmes is going to overtake Terry Howard. He's going to do the gentleman's move. That's nice to see. He's going to let him by. Really unfortunate to see this incident, especially in the later stages of the race. Mikhail Halpert had a good chance of taking Terry Torbich with him and take his position, but it hasn't happened. We're going to go back with Mr. Andrea Cayola. Gonna keep on watching this fight for P2, but the gaps are still as they were. John Saunders is a second and 3/10 behind. Over another. It's been a very good performance so far.
Yes, it has, and I believe this is a championship. So taking a risk late in the race might not be too smart. I mean, if you're gonna play the championship, you wanna pocket those points and wait for a better track to attack and pass someone. But right now, I think they're all playing a very smart card.
Indeed, I agree with you. I don't think if this was like the 9th or 10th race of the championship, then yes, definitely go for it. But here, you got Is that a lap car? Oh my lord! That is Betchuk! That is Betchuk losing the car!
It was car.
Oh
That's
no!
Incredible. That's
Look
too
at
bad.
that!
That's really
Oh my lord!
There you go. That was
is...
not expected. That was not expected. So there you go. So now Andrea is in P3.
And that looked like it was a lot of pushing on the tires because he couldn't even make the entry of the corner, and that's where you don't have the issue. You have to
overdrove the
exit
corner and dipped a wheel on the exit and looped it.
That's so unfortunate to see from Betchuk, who has dropped back to P9. But that means Cayola and Gerard are going to take P3 and P2.
Gentlemen, that means Jonathan is probably going to win this race. He has a 3-second gap right now, and I don't think those guys will close in.
And the good thing, he doesn't have any traffic in front of him. Alessandro, your father is a great driver. Very fast, clean, and consistent. Big candidate for champion this season. I agree with him. Mr. Cayola.
Yeah, and he's not going to get into any lap traffic here in the next 10 minutes.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not.
Which is unusual for this track being as short as it is. With as many cars as we had started. Luckily, everybody was so close to one another in pace that we don't have them spread out so much that Jonathan's even having to deal with any lap traffic.
Exactly.
Yeah, most definitely. But great job so far from mostly everybody. We've seen a couple instances here and there, but way cleaner than before. And, well, what can I say? You know, we've been talking about Cayola a lot. He deserves a lot of praise, man. This dude, Mr. David Gerard, my God, man, I'm a fan of this guy. What a drive he's putting on, seriously. What
he's doing amazing race.
And you can see Cayola was trying the cheeky move there. He had to back down, but now he's putting the pressure on. There's 3 seconds of a gap between Gerard and Jonathan Wood, so that implies that Wood should be relaxing a little bit. No need to force, because the more they fight, the more they're going to lose. And, wow. Seriously, I think Mr. Betschak pushed a little too hard. Because, as we said before, it's not usual to see the car snap like that on the entry of that corner. So, I think the tires were just a little overcooked. One way or the other, these are the positions at the moment. It is Jonathan Wood leading the pack. But I have bad news for him. Look at David Gerard. He's already 2.3 seconds.
I know.
Wood, don't relax too much.
I know. It's difficult to know if Jonathan lifts off or if those guys are going faster. But now we are entering the zone where the tires are going to play a factor. And wait a second. He's only now. David is just a second and a half behind Jonathan. Yeah. So they're catching up real fast.
Very fast.
So,
what has happened to Jonathan Wood?
Jonathan is maybe struggling with his tires. He still has.
Oh no! Cayola on the wall! Cayola on the wall!
Oh no!
We're gonna check a replay of that. Good Lord in heavens! The curb! It was the killer curb who put him on the wall. He barely touched it. He just jumped back to P4 and now finds himself in a little bit of a sandwich between John Saunders, who took P3, and Danny Holtz, who has done a very consistent race. We'll see what happens, but right now David Gerard must be the happiest man on earth because he just got all the pressure away. Now Cayola might have a shot at reclaiming the P3, but he's going to have to push like never before. We'll see what Cayola can do. We've seen the pace is there. Mirch Ponov now has gained the position, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, no, he has lost it to Derek Byrd, but we're going to go with Cayola. He's already on the back of John Saunders. We will see what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Things are starting to spice up in the last 7 minutes of the race. There you see John Saunders, who has taken P3. Is defending now. That's a little bit of a mistake from Danny Holmes, but still, the three-man pack staying strong between one another. And we go for another lap. Here we go. Cayola must not be happy about this. And he, as you can see, he's just going to give it all. He's going to leave it all out here on track as we go through turn one. Good exit there from Cayola. Be careful on the curb. We've also seen some of the cars losing it there.
Go into that same turn 3 again that he just spun out in. So he
might be
a little extra careful this time.
That's right.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
No, he was very fortunate. He only lost one position.
Yes.
He really regained position on the track in P4. It's amazing he did that.
But him and Mr. Bijak, that both of their accidents in the same spot in the same McLaren car looked very much identical. One just oversteered a little more than the other one did.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, back straight we go. Three gentlemen are keeping close, and we haven't talked about this. Van der Voort has taken P6, so good spot for him. He's at the back of this three-man group.
Oh!
What is
Look
that?
at this, Danny Holtz.
Yep.
So
You know,
close.
those guys are fighting for the P3 position here. It's pretty intense.
They're gonna leave it all out. They don't care if it's second race or fifth. They're gonna go all in. And Danny Holtz knows he has an opportunity to make this happen. David Gerard right now 2.4 seconds behind Jonathan Wood. Cayola now catching up to Mr. Saunders. Another lap we go. 5 minutes remaining. It's gonna be 3 more laps approximately. And this is it. Fight until the end. Cayola really needs to keep careful on that turn 3, that curve. We've seen, I think, 4 or 5 cars already losing it there. But you can see the overspeed from Cayola. Let's see if he gets the right line. He might be able to make it happen. He's going to hold it safely. Maybe Andrea has some damage. Surely he will. He touched the wall for a long time, so we will see what happens.
You know, maybe Andrea plays with the TC. Maybe he changes TC, and that's why he changed TC inside, because it's a funny place to lose the car, actually, you know. But maybe
he wasn't in the grass. He just barely touched the curb.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Van der Voort has already caught up to Danny Holtz. So here we go.
Oh, wow.
Look at Cayola in the overspeed.
Mr.
On the
Van der
straight.
Voort sat there for about...
Whoa! Jesus! That is close. Danny Holtz with a little bit of a mistake as well. Look at Van der Voort. Maybe he's going to have a shot at Mr. Holtz. Everyone keeping it safe through there. Now, because of that, John Saunders has been able to put a gap. Wow, that was very close. Saunders now might take this P3, but the P4 is still to be determined, because everything can happen in this 3-man fight. Van der Voort on P6, P5 for Danny Holtz, who has done incredibly well. And Andrea Cayola, after that mistake, finds himself on P4. David Gerard is 1.5 seconds behind Jonathan Wood, and you can see the time difference on the last 3 laps. Saunders! I cannot believe it! Saunders has just lost the car on turn 1, sliding all the way through, and this
in the
was...
wrong direction.
Oh,
That's
no!
right.
And now Andrea Cayola must be... Oh, no! Yeah. Again, John Saunders out. And Cayola must be the happiest man on earth, because he just got in position back. Oh, that's disconnection. What the hell?
What?
What just happened in here?
Whoa.
What happened?
I just had a...
Oh, yeah, this is live.
Yeah, you've lost connection.
Yeah.
Well, that is weird. We're going to go back quickly. Sorry, guys, for this. My God almighty, why is this happening?
We're still going.
We're still going. We're going to
David
connect
Gerard
quickly.
is 1.3 seconds behind Jonathan.
Yes,
They're going through the second chicane currently, with Andrea about 5 seconds behind that. And Danny Holtz is only about 3/10 off the back of Andrea. With Van der Voort, another 3/10 behind them. So we've got...
And Pokak has gone
2
out of the
good
track
battles
as well.
in the top 5.
Oh my God, things are getting spicy now. Sorry for that. I don't know what happened there. That disconnection, it has been happening every weekend. I don't know why. But Cayola must be pretty happy that he got his P3 back. Get already a second behind Jonathan Wood. The pressure is there. Maybe, and just maybe, it's going to be 2 laps to the end. And maybe Gerard can make it happen for the win. Will Jonathan Wood be able to hold it? He is within a second. Indeed, we have a yellow on track. That was, if I'm not mistaken, Craig Holmes with a slide and a punt on the wall. We'll see what Gerard can do. Danny Holtz as well. Look at the man. He's pushing like a maniac, trying to get Andrea Cayola in this last 2 laps of racing.
He's catching him. If this was F1, he would be in within DSR range at this point. So they're definitely going to have a battle for the lead here.
Now,
we're having it all.
Jonathan is going to be able to hold off. I think he just has a couple of laps to go. And don't forget, it's impossible to pass, you know. So unless Jonathan has serious issues, he will be able to hold him off.
Yes, catching is one thing, but passing is something completely
exactly
different.
that.
Yeah, most definitely. And here we see Gerard already 6/10 behind Jonathan Wood. We apologize for the disconnection. There's nothing we could have done, to be honest. I don't know why ACC is working weirdly these last weeks, but my God, we're having it all here at the end of the race. We're having fights, crashes, even a disconnection. We're having it all. But David Gerard is looking super aggressive. He wants to try it out.
Wow.
Look at that. This man doesn't
really
want to hold in early contact
wow.
between himself and Jonathan Wood. Last lap, here we go. And he has the speed, so we'll see if Gerard is going to get back in time. One more chance. One last lap. And here we go. The last one of these 45 minutes here at Oulton Park. Here we go. Jonathan Wood with a very good, secured, safe line. Let's see if he can hold it until the end. Look at that. Gerard is catching so quickly, my Lord Almighty. Look at that. That is insane. Good Lord. Let's see. Can Gerard make it happen? He's already 7/10 of a second behind. This man is catching like crazy. He's going to leave it all on track. There you see the white flag has been dropped out. And we go now through the hairpin. Already 5/10 of a second. Mr. Wood must be feeling the pressure because this is all or nothing. Now or never. Gerard has to leave it all on the chicane. There you have it. Good line through there. Go hard on the curve. There you see it. Oh my Lord. It's 5/10 of a second between these two gentlemen. Can Gerard make it happen at the end? Brake as late as you can. That's a little too late, but still gonna hook it up. The tires, you can see the tire difference, the tire degradation from both drivers. The way they have managed it is completely different, but Gerard seems to be the one on the better hand. And let me tell you, if we had one more lap, maybe we could see something. Look at how aggressive Gerard is going. Is he going to try it again here? Look at how close this man is. Oh my God. Can we see it happen? Is he going to try the dive on the outside? The inside is looking for one of the other line. Last corner, here we go. And Wood is going to get a good exit. And it's going to be enough to cross the finish line as a first-time race winner on the Group 1. There you have it. Jonathan Wood taking the victory.
Well beautiful,
oh
David.
my God.
Really
what an intense
finish.
And there you see it. Now we have the podium. It's David Gerard and Cayola. What a great race from David Gerard. In my opinion, he is the driver of the day. Everyone is finishing off their last laps. Ranko Bezjak at the end with a P8, P9 for Derek Byrd, Port number 10, 11 for Bourne. Wow, what an exciting race we've had here, but we still have some fights. There you see Michael Oldberg is going to try to move on Terry Trowbridge to the last corner. Can he make it happen? I don't think he's going to have enough speed to do so. They're going to cross the finish line respectively, and that is P14. Here, McFarlane is slowing down. I can't believe it! It's the fuel! It's the fuel for McFarlane! Oh my God! No way! Can he make it?
Will he make it?
A tiny notch on the finish line. He's going to cross it. Oh my God.
He dropped two spots. He was running 15th. I think he dropped 2 spots.
Wow.
Oh.
Good Lord. Christian is going to cross the finish line on 21st, 22 for Mr. Veskin. Then behind Baker. And then we have Craig Holmes, who's going to finish his last lap time here. Oh my God.
You know, I don't want to start any rumors, but I think Jonathan realized that it was David that was behind him, and he's a streamer, so he was just trying to help his viewer count by slowing down and giving everybody an exciting finish. I'm going to go with that.
Well, gentlemen, we don't have any more fights, so we're going to leave you with the timetable. It has been a pleasure to be here with you, Mr. Roas, Mr. Queen. Thank you very much for being here with me.
As always.
Thank you very much,
Great
gentlemen.
race.
And guys,
thank you.
We're going to leave you with this, Mr. Gerard with the driver of the day. Guys, we'll see you next time around. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.